Good evening and welcome to the Sports Show with your hosts Haneef and Wajid. Back again, once again, for your weekly dose of sports. How are you, Wajid?
I'm okay, Haneef. How are you? How was the show last week?
Fantastic. I was alone, but I had the millions around the world.
I had compliments and compliments for the show last week.
Oh, we've got some lovely viewers. Thank you so much for your kind words. We'll keep going. And we talked about the Super Bowl, and I believe you were about to wrap it up for the Super Bowl
53, live from the Mercedes-Benz Arena, the new £2 billion stadium in Atlanta. If only the game matched the stadium venue. It was one of the worst Super Bowl finals.
It was a tight affair.
It was one of the worst games in history. But with all that being said, the New England Patriots, pretty much the Manchester United of American football in the last 20 years, came out 13-3 winners to become the equal record-winning team in the NFL, along with the Pittsburgh Steelers with 6 NFL championships. This was Tom Brady's and Bill Belichick's 6th title together as well. So as you can see, they have been the most dominant team, again, in the last 20 years, and especially since these two have been paired together. But it wasn't about the offense in this game. It was all about the defense. And it was all about how the LA Rams just could not get going. Todd Gurley, who has been by far the best player on the offensive side for the LA Rams, he only got 35 yards all game. And the New England defense just shut down the Los Angeles Rams. And in fair play to the LA Rams, they kept it tight through the first half. It was only 3-0 at the half. It was the second lowest scoring Super Bowl half in history. You'd have to go all the way back to Super Bowl 9 back in, I believe, 1954.
Wow.
If my maths is correct. Don't hold me to that. Where the Pittsburgh Steelers had a 2-0 lead. The Super Bowl halftime show was more entertaining than the game was.
Who was on at halftime?
Maroon 5 and Travis Scott.
I know who Maroon 5 are. Who's Travis Scott?
Travis Scott is the baby daddy to Kylie Jenner's kid.
Oh, the rapper?
That's the one.
Oh, okay.
The fact that you realise who Kylie Jenner is and not Travis Scott.
No, I couldn't remember him. I couldn't picture him, so I just thought I'd ask you. Was that it? Was that the halftime show?
That was indeed the halftime show. And then we came back out of the half. The Rams finally scored in the third quarter to make it 3-3, and they missed a massive chance at the end of the third quarter to make it 10-3, where Jason McCourney, probably the play of the game if you're a New England fan, he broke up a touchdown pass to Brandon Cook, and from there New England took control. They marched down the field, where they rushed in for a touchdown. Sonny Mitchell, he's had a terrific season as a rookie, and he's really come through in the playoffs. He was 18 carries for 94 yards, but the all-important touchdown that made it 10-3 to the Patriots, and the stifling defense again before they finally put the game to bed with 2 minutes left in the game, where they kicked for a 10-point lead. But just some quick stats for you in terms of the game. So as I said, it was the lowest scoring half in a Super Bowl, in the second lowest half scoring in Super Bowl history. It was the lowest scoring game in Super Bowl history. And the combined age of Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, who is the New England Patriots coach, is 107, which makes them the oldest combined coach and quarterback duo to ever win the big one.
It's like fine wine.
It is like fine wine. Bill Belichick is the Sir Alex Ferguson of
the NFL.
Of the NFL. This man is amazing.
Legend.
Genuinely, he will go down as one of the greatest coaches of all time.
I think I saw somewhere that Brady's around 40 years old.
He's 40 years old.
How many quarterbacks can you think of that have played the game through their late 30s and early 40s now and are still at the top and
aside from Brett,
have achieved that.
aside from possibly Brett Favre and Peyton Manning, but Tom Brady by far and away has taken it to a new level. That being said, I personally believe that the system is designed for him.
Okay.
If you were to put him in any other team, in any other system, he would not be as successful because for as good of a quarterback he is, he has massive shortfallings in terms of his long passing and his medium passing. So any pass that he throws between 0 to 6 yards, he normally has an 80% completion rate.
Right.
Anything above 8 yards, you're only looking at 62%.
Just over half.
Just over half. But because New England style is all about short yards, running down the clock, just methodically moving the ball down, it makes him much more effective. And the people around him are very good people. Like Julius Edelman, the wide receiver who won the MVP, he had, for any time they needed a first down, he was targeted. He got every time he was targeted, which was 8 times, he got the first down. He caught 12 catches for 121 yards, but they were all important yards just to run down the clock. So when you have the weapons around you, it makes it easy. I'm not trying to diminish this from this man. Don't get me wrong. He is a legend, but I don't think he's as good in. I don't think he'd be good in different systems.
Well, the coach is getting the best out of him by playing him in a particular way, and when you have someone and you play to their strengths, you will always get the best out of them.
Look, the man has been to 9 finals in his career. He has a 6-3 record in the final. They've been to 8 straight AFC Championship games, which is essentially like the semi-final game. 8 straight years. This team has been dominant in their side. And look, what this is what second consecutive final, third final in 4 years. You can't take away from that.
Well, congratulations to New England Patriots. Is the season over now?
The season is indeed over, and we'll be back in September.
Right then, everyone. So the season is over, and Wajid will probably replace NFL with rugby.
Rugby or anything entertaining.
Anything entertaining. Probably, yeah.
Probably the rugby.
Probably rugby. Right then, so from the Super Bowl, we go straight into the mixed martial arts section, and everybody knows UFC 234 is tonight. It's going to be on about 1 or 2 o'clock on BT Sport in the UK. On America, it's...
No, they're fighting in Australia.
No, I know they're fighting in Australia,
right.
but I'm talking about on
Sorry,
TV.
my apologies,
On TV in America, it'll probably be on pay-per-view. The undercard will be on ESPN, and they are fighting in Australia tonight.
The Rod Laver Arena.
So you've got the main event, which is Robert Whittaker, the champion, who fights once or twice a year versus Kelvin Gastelum for the title. I don't see how Robert loses this fight. I think Whittaker is going to win the fight. I think he'll knock Kelvin out. That being said, Kelvin is someone who can spring a surprise.
But I think we both.
I don't believe he will do.
But I think we both agreed that the last fight that we both thought Yoel Romero won the second fight.
I thought he did.
Yeah.
Whittaker can take a punch though.
He can. And,
oh my God.
And
he took so much damage.
Yeah, but that's. That's down to the judging and all that. But I don't know, how do you see it? Because he doesn't. The middleweight division isn't springing up with the greatest contenders in the world. I wouldn't say it's the strongest division at this moment in time.
I think they had their popularity because in the past they were very popular amongst fighters, where they had the likes of Bisping there, and Romero, Weidman. Weidman's injured again, so he's out for a while. So
is Rockhold injured as well?
So Rockhold, don't know what's going on with Rockhold. He said he's moving up to light heavyweight.
I don't think that's the greatest move for him.
You tell me. I don't know. We'll see when he fights. But Anderson Silva's fighting on the same card versus Israel Adesanya, and Israel Adesanya is the one to watch. He is going to be the future middleweight king. I don't know if that's going to happen this year, but I definitely believe it will happen next year if it doesn't happen this year.
And I think, as you were saying to me, sorry to cut you off. I think, as you were saying earlier before we came on air, this is for the number one contendership, isn't it, for the middleweight title?
According to Dana White in the press conference leading up to the event, Dana White has confirmed that the second main event, you could call it, or the co-main event. So that is the legend, one of the best ever, Anderson Silva, is taking on Israel Adesanya. They call him the style bender, and if nobody's watched this kid fight, you need to tune in. You need to watch his fight. He is a skinny young man, but with a skinny young man who can adapt to any fighting style, and any opponent.
And he packs a punch.
Oh yeah. He fought Derek Brunson last time out. Derek Brunson was the bigger guy. He had muscles on him. He was massive, but Israel knocked him out. Great hand speed, great pace, timing was impeccable, and it's going to be a long night for Anderson Silva. The only way Anderson's going to win this fight is if he does something special, and he is capable of it, but at 41 or 42, I just don't think it's going to happen for Anderson Silva. But he does have it in his locker. I'd say if you could get him on the ground and wrestle him, but that's not Anderson's style. It never has been. It's about kickboxing.
So this is his first fight in, I believe, 2 years.
Yes, injuries and obviously drug suspension.
What type of Anderson Silva do you think we're going to see? Because that's what I'm. He's nowhere near. He's not the Anderson Silva of 2009, 2011. Let's get that.
No chance. You know, it's not. To a certain degree, it's not fair because he's coming up against a young man who idolized him, but now he wants to, take him out of the game.
Yeah, but you beat your idols. That's how you.
It is. It's true. Now, if Anderson wants to make history, and if he can get a decision or a knockout against Israel Adesanya, it'll be, he will be the number one contender for the title. That'll probably take place late summer, maybe August time. And if he does win it again, that is the best way to say goodbye. I think this is the last year for Anderson Silva. He's too old for me, and he's been a great ambassador. He is one of the greatest of all time, regardless of what people think about his drugs past.
But he was untouchable in his practice.
Yeah,
drugs past or not,
he was untouchable. Until the drugs testing came in, and it caught a lot of them out. They were all, I believe a lot of them were taking drugs, but
some of them still are.
Yeah, they're still being caught.
And you still get fight deals for them as well.
Yeah, picograms Aris. Getting back to the card, it's an amazing card. You've got over 10 fights, including the undercard. You got Devontae Smith versus Dong Hun Ma. That should be a good fight. You keep an eye out for Jim Crute versus Ryan Spann. I always tape them and watch them the morning after, and I watch every fight. And for what an MMA fan gets compared to boxing for their book, I just think they get more value for their money. I think MMA is far more exciting to a certain degree than boxing because they tend to make the best fights at the right time. Compare that to boxing, it doesn't happen as much. Would you agree or disagree?
No, I don't know, but sometimes it depends on the card, though, doesn't it? Like, this is a really good card, but you do get some very good boxing undercard fights. Unfortunately, they're just
like last week.
Unfortunately, sometimes they're not shown. So I think it's unfair to say you get more money for your UFC compared to your MMA than your boxing. I think it just depends on the luck of draw. Like, UFC is very lucky that they've managed to develop such a good card because, I mean, it was only the last card that they completely cancelled because it was a shambles. So
the last pay-per-view event, but last week's fight night was really good. To be fair, staying with MMA, Kobe Covington is having a lot of issues with the UFC because Dana White has pulled a fast one, in my opinion.
Again. Again.
He's taken Kobe Covington out of the main event of UFC 235 He's put Kumari Usman in. And those of you that remember, Kobe Covington was the interim championship. He took his interim championship to the White House, those of you that are MMA fans. And he's threatened a lawsuit against the UFC. He basically wants to be dropped. They want him to let him, he wants to be gone, and he wants to go fight for another promotion because he believes he's been treated unfairly. Now, everyone wanted to see Tyrone Woodley versus Kobe Covington because of their past. They've had a lot of social media issues, and Tyrone and Kobe have been friends in the past as well as sparring partners. And from what I hear, Tyrone Woodley has been dominant in those spars. Obviously, Kobe would suggest otherwise. And there was a poll done by Ariel Hawani. Who would you like to see in a fight, Kamaru Usman or Kobe Covington? Kobe Covington smashed that poll. I think it was about 70-30. Now, unfortunately, as a result of this, I can't see Kobe Covington getting a title shot in the near future, because if you fall out with the boss, it doesn't bode well for you.
Yeah, but he's the interim champion. How can you not unify the division? Or are you just going to automatically say, well, Tyrone Woodley's champion, therefore that's the one and only undisputed champion?
I think if you look at it, is before Dana White and Kobe Covington fell out, I think Dana thought, you know what, I'll give him another fight, make him even bigger, and then when we put him on pay-per-view against Tyrone Woodley, it'll be massive. But it's not panned out that way. Something's happened in between, and Dana and his team don't like it, and as a result, Kamaru Usman has stepped up to fight Tyrone Woodley. Tyrone Woodley was training for Kobe Covington, but change of opponent, and that fight is taking place UFC 235, which we will cover in the next few weeks. Yeah, in the next few weeks. Saying that, what are your thoughts on Khabib Nurmagomedov's suspension and fine? His fine was 10 times the amount of Conor McGregor's. I informed everyone last week.
Was it what? Did he get $500,000?
$500,000 compared to Conor McGregor's second incident with the same state commission. The first one was when he was throwing bottles and throwing things at Diaz when they had the second fight, and Diaz was amongst the fans, and he'd already been brought up to Nevada's attention, but he only got a fine of $50,000 this time.
I think it's because Khabib was the trigger, though, wasn't it?
Well, Khabib was the trigger,
and I think it depends.
He was pushed.
But also, yeah, but was he put? Okay, up to the build-up, he was pushed, but everything shouldn't have finished in the ring.
No, I agree with that, but unfortunately,
that being said, the way his star rose because of the incident.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah, cool. He could have walked off as a bigger man, this and that, but his star shot up so much because not only did he destroy Conor McGregor, he decided to, well, I'm gonna take Dylan Dennis as well. From most accounts, he seemed to be giving Dylan Dennis a fairly good crack as well.
You know when he threw the super kick, or when he became the eagle,
the flying eagle.
Do you know which American actor he was about to hit as well?
Who?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Really?
Yeah.
But I guess that's the difference, though, isn't it? Which is the Nevada. I think was it the governor of Las Vegas was there, and he ran and stuff like that. It's just the people that were involved in the situation in and around the area where he decided to, launch himself. That's the difference compared to Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor was just normal fight fans, which they shouldn't have been taken in any sort of different regard. But unfortunately, that's not how life works, is it?
So Nevada said if Khabib participated in some anti-bullying seminars, they would reduce it to 6 months,
which would make him suspension free from now, I believe.
I think it might have been March or April, but it possibly not.
Because his suspension, from what I read anyway, I could be wrong, his suspension ran till April. So if he was to get reduced by 3 months, it would mean he would be cleared now, wouldn't he? Because Conor McGregor's coming to the point where he's going to be cleared.
He would have if he participated in it.
He doesn't care.
Khabib, being Khabib, is not coming back until his friends come back
Well,
because they
one-
got a
one's-
12-month suspension each.
One's his cousin, and the other one's his.
Yeah, one's Islam,
Yeah.
and the no, Islam. What am I saying? One's Zubair Tugov and Abu Bakr Nurmagomedov. If I've said that wrong, I apologize.
Yeah. So, and so the suspension runs till June, and he said he's not going to be fighting because he's a devout Muslim as well, isn't he? So he won't be training anything during the month of Ramadan.
No.
He's not fighting till earliest. I would say early September.
September, October. I believe he'll be back in October.
I think he's going to be back for that New York card.
So what'll happen is, I believe,
Tony Ferguson versus Conor for an interim title.
maybe but the thing is, Conor might not be fighting until later on this year. Now, the problem is, I don't know what they're gonna do with Tony Ferguson. Who do they put him in? And if Tony Ferguson loses and he loses momentum, it could have an impact on that fight with Khabib. There will be an interim title fight.
You can't protect. You cannot have no title fights in that division for 15 months.
No, obviously you can't because it's one of the best divisions there is. But it does. I don't know what Tony Ferguson's gonna do. Who is he gonna go and fight? That is the thing, and it will be interesting to see what happens because Conor's already got his next fight. It's gonna be against Cowboy Cerrone. That's what they're all alluding to. But I don't understand one thing. Well, I do understand. Why do you not make Conor versus Tony? Tony will kill him. We all know that. If you watch MMA, Tony would kill him on his feet as well. And I believe the reason why Dana White won't make that fight is because Conor's is golden egg.
Of course he is.
And also Tony's a pretty big star as well within the MMA world. So putting them two together.
But Tony's a big star for someone that's more than a casual fan. The only reason you know of Tony Ferguson is because you know Conor McGregor is in their same division as a casual fan.
No, in the MMA world, Tony he's respected. He's
what I'm saying is
top two.
But what I'm saying is you gotta be stronger than a casual fan to know who Tony Ferguson.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
He doesn't have the hype, unfortunately, and I think Khabib's got more hype now as a result of what happened in the last.
I think
pay-per-view.
Khabib's star's taken off because of this.
If Khabib and Tony fight, who wins?
Ooh, that's it. I think Tony's probably Khabib's worst style matchup.
It's kryptonite.
Yeah, and because Khabib's not fought anyone that literally goes at him constantly, and I believe Tony Ferguson wins that fight.
That'll be interesting. I don't know yet. I think it's split down the line, but we'll see. We'll let you all know. Just quickly, Artem Lobov, the person who had an issue with Khabib and the whole Khabib and Conor thing happened.
Did he not run? Did he not leave UFC and did he not fight on the Bellator card?
No, he was granted his release.
Yeah.
His record was 2-5 with the UFC.
It's a good record.
He wanted to explore different offers. Bellator was the first to make him an offer. Now, he's willing to join anyone who's going to offer him the most money. He said in an interview recently that whoever offers him a 7-digit number, he would sign straight away. So he is a free
He does
agent.
not command a 7-digit.
He's very popular as a result of the whole Khabib thing. He's become a superstar.
Wow.
And because he's always with Conor McGregor, and he'll bring Conor McGregor to his fights. And just to also let you know, we have a guest coming in next month who is making his MMA debut at the Cedar Court in Bradford. His name Furkan Chima.
That would explain the picture behind us on the background,
Yeah,
just in case people be looking.
So he will be with us on in the next 3 weeks on the 2nd of March, and he will talk to us about his journey and his coaching and his experience of what it's like to be getting into the cage for the first time professionally. So that is a professional debut for that young man, and we'll be keeping an eye on him.
Yeah, definitely. You have the full backing of the sports show team.
And hopefully we're going to attend the event as well.
Yeah, hopefully we will attend the event. But I'm looking forward to speaking to him.
Yeah, it should be great.
Yeah,
especially when you're making your debut as a professional, starting from the ground up.
Really good prospect.
Right, everyone. So let's get into the boxing section. There's a fight tonight on Showtime. Unfortunately, it's not on ITV4. I don't know why it's not on ITV4. And, you know that they signed an agreement, but there's a certain fights that Showtime are willing to share with ITV. Now, Gervonta Tank Davis is fighting Hugo Ruiz. Hugo Ruiz is a last-minute replacement because his original fight with Mares was called off because Mares sustained a retina injury.
Yeah. In training, I believe.
So unfortunately for him, he no longer warrants the title fight. I don't know if whether he'll be back. Hopefully he gets well soon. Hugo Ruiz, last-minute replacement. He only fought last month. He's getting a title fight against Gervonta Tank Davis. I understand why they call him the Tank, because he never makes weight the first time round. It's not the first time. He missed weight this morning, yesterday by, I think it was 0.2, 0.3 of a pound. Then he had to go and jump on a treadmill and lose the weight, and he weighed in at 129.8.
At least it wasn't as bad as last time, though.
Yeah, last time. If it's over 5 pounds, it's very difficult to move.
He was at 132 last time.
Yeah.
So in August 2017, he had a title defense against Fonseca. Sorry, I do apologize. I do apologize for that pronunciation. And the IBF stripped him of the title because he didn't make weight, because he came in at 132 pounds, which is 2 pounds over the super featherweight limit, and he couldn't shake it off in time for the second win.
He's been so heavy between fights, and I think one of the reasons is because he's not active enough, and I get worried about these fighters under Mayweather promotion. But why aren't they active enough?
But his diet's come into question a lot, though, hasn't it? He's a lover of fast food.
Well, he needs to sort that out, because, in my opinion, he is gifted, extremely gifted in the art of boxing, and if he wants to make a name for himself, he needs to stop that and follow his mentor. I don't understand why these boxers, these professional, combat artists, they don't follow what Floyd did, be 10 or 15 pounds over and stick to a diet plan when you are not in camp, and just train every other day or something. Wajid, it baffles me. It really does baffle me as to why they don't do that.
That all depends on your commitment and drive, though, doesn't it? Some athletes have it, aka
this guy could be one of the best.
Yeah, he could be, but
he's that talented.
Yes, but you need to have that mental drive, don't you? Like let's take Ronaldo, for example. Ronaldo's a talented player, but he is putting the work to become one of the greatest.
All day.
Right, but that's because he wants it. Talent and natural talent will only get you so far.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with that.
But that's where it comes. But
this kid.
Yeah, but me and you and I, would love to be in some of these positions that some of these athletes are, and I believe that because they put in so much work to get to that point, because they've already made that point. Most of the time, I genuinely believe they think they've made it. That's what it must come down to.
How can you have made it when you're a kid at 24 from Baltimore and you've not unified the division, you've not made the money, you're not fighting three to four times a year? I understand he's having problems with the Mayweather promotions. I think signing that contract has not helped him. He needs to get away from there, in my opinion. He needs to go and sign for Matchroom. He really does. He'll go and fight on the zone. You'll fight consistently. You'll make more money. I would do what Floyd did. Buy out your contract. Pay him the money. Go and sign for somebody else, because it's not doing his career any good. But he is fighting tonight. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning, UK time.
But do you think it's because Mayweather Promotions are trying to make him into a pay-per-view star, and therefore following the Mayweather model, which is he can fight once or twice a year?
No, not in that division. But not when you've got the popularity, because when he came into the UK and he didn't even fight on box office. He fought on Sky Sports, and I don't believe he's a pay-per-view star. He's got the qualities of becoming a pay-per-view star, but he needs to fight. He needs more than 1 or 2 fights a year. He's a young lad who needs to fight at least 4 times this year. This needs to be a big year for him. Defend your title, maybe possibly move up and fight the best. That's what he needs to do. It just disappoints me when I see great talent not succeeding.
Did you see the first the kickoff conference 2 months ago where he came in massively overweight? Like, he had a double chin. He looked big.
He's always big.
No, but he looked bigger than I've seen him.
I think that's all. The thing is, recently he has become a father as well, and you know, congratulations to him and his family. And
Yeah,
as a result of that, he's probably just let go of himself.
That being said, I've still got him winning the fight tonight.
He should win easily.
I've got him on decision.
Got him on knockout, 9th round.
Fair enough.
There's another bout, 23rd of March, DeGale versus Eubank Jr.
Ooh, that's good.
ITV box office. It's going to cost you 20 quid. ITV box office. I don't know what the numbers are. It'll be interesting. We'll try and we'll try and get some stats for what Warrington did versus Frampton. It'll be interesting to see. The only thing about when I see ITV box office, can they attract over 100,000 people to pay 20 quid?
Wait, hang on. You could get Manny Pacquiao versus Adrian Broner for free, but they're gonna make you pay for DeGale.
Obviously, the whole UK US is a bit different.
Yeah, but come on.
20.
Come
20
on.
quid. Unless, and I don't know if ITV offer a streaming service. We'll have to look into that. We'll let people know, because I know Showtime do in America, not in the UK. But yes, DeGale is fighting Eubank Jr.
He's still going on about.
Yeah. Did you know Eubank Jr. has got, for this fight camp, he's actually got a trainer now.
Oh wow, has it?
And before he would just listen to his father now and again, but he would train himself. And he got himself to that level. And it surprises me to a certain degree that he's got that far, and then he gets knocked. Then he didn't get knocked out, but he got battered by Groves, because that was a step too far for him. Now he's taking on DeGale. If James trains hard, takes him serious, DeGale should beat Eubank Jr., because there are levels to this game, and DeGale is a level above Eubank Jr. If not, I think DeGale will retire if he loses this fight, if he gets knocked out especially.
What do you make of Roy Jones Jr. trying to set up a fight between Josh Warrington and Fez Batista?
That was last year. That was interesting. I think the reason why Roy Jones did that was because Fez Batista's from our town, and Josh Warrington's a superstar in Leeds. So the fight's never going to happen.
Not just Leeds, but now in the country.
Now in the country. Josh Warrington's improved so much that he's at world elite level. He is at world, and he's fighting Kid Galahad in the next few months, which we will give you information on in the next few weeks. No one would watch the fight because Fez Batista's not a household name, not even in Yorkshire.
Well, you talk about Salah Ellen Road.
I don't think he would sell out Elland Road
Don't
at
you?
all. If they make the tickets a tenner, then they probably would do.
Or a fiver.
Or maybe free to all the Leeds United fans.
And kids as
Kids
well.
going free, yeah. Let's leave that there, shall we? I think a lot of people would come and see Roy Jones Jr. though.
That if he was here.
Yeah, if he came to the fight. He'd have to come to the fight because he trains him.
Is he a trainer or is he under his promotion?
I think he does train him. From what I've seen on photographs, he does train him.
I thought it was just under his promotion.
No, he does train him. Whether he's there in the ringside or not, I don't know. But he does. I've seen boxing sessions where he's holding the pads for him.
Shall we quickly move on to the cricket, because we've got a lot of football to cover today.
Yeah, we've got right. Okay, so I had a lot of boxing to cover as well, which I've not done yet.
Oh, my apologies. You want to carry on with the boxing then?
Right, quickly. AJ is going to make his US debut this year
against Miller.
I've been calling it for months.
Do you know
what he's going to make?
Do I want to know?
You'd be surprised.
Go on.
Right, Jarrell Miller, you would put number 4 in the top 4 guys he would fight.
Yeah.
You put Wilder number 1 just because Wilder's got the title. Fury, Dillian, and Big Baby. Anthony Joshua is set to make around $30 to $40 million to fight Big Baby. That's obviously the zone.
Wow.
You're getting, and from what I've heard, he's gonna get paid 10 million more for fighting in the US compared to the UK.
Wow.
Now,
is this because of his American debut?
This is because the zone believe that the subscribers for their channel, it will go through the roof.
I'm not surprised. AJ is a name.
Yeah,
he's a draw.
A global star.
Yeah, AJ is a draw. Like you can't take that away from him.
40 million. I was shocked to find,
especially for Gerard, Gerard Miller.
40 million is disgusting. But if the Americans sign up to the zone, then fair play to them. I think they should personally, but obviously it's still going to be on Sky Sports box office here at 4 o'clock in the morning. I think the amount of pay-per-view sales that will happen in the UK, it will decrease by at least 50%. No one is going to stay up to 4 o'clock in the morning to watch a fight.
Yeah, but you need to
pay for it.
Yeah, I was about to say but you've got the reruns, but by then it's on so many different websites that you end up streaming the fight, don't you? So
I think he'll only get at the moment he gets about 1.2 million. Just call it a million pay-per-view buys in the UK. In America, the zone believe it'll be a lot more than that. And boxing has always, boxers always get paid more money when they enter the US market, especially if they are a big global brand. That's what Anthony Joshua is at this moment in time.
Well, it's his American debut. He's going over to make a statement. So look, I don't have to fight in my backyard. I can come to America. If he gets knocked out, then it changes everything.
Big Baby becomes the heavyweight champion of the world. The only thing we don't know is whether Big Baby can take a shot. If he can take a shot, it's going to be a long night for AJ. It's going to be a very long night.
Do you think he's underestimating him?
I don't think he'll underestimate him, but
no, what I mean is, do you think, obviously his eyes is on the bigger prize, which is either Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. Let's get that clear. But do you think he's more focused about that, and he just sees this as a stepping stone and may potentially take his eye off the ball here?
Possibly. I think he's just doing it because the Dillian White fight has not come to fruition, and as a result of that, and we've been calling it for months.
We have indeed.
I think Big Baby is a cheaper alternative. When you're number 4 on the list, and AJ is going to make more money in the US compared to the UK, then there are problems, because Sky Sports are probably not going to be happy, because they believe that Eddie Hearn would have delivered Wembley
on April.
In April, 13th of April.
Yeah, but no one saw the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight going to a draw, though, did they?
No one saw that.
And that's what's really hurt it.
The thing is that did 750,000 pay-per-views, which is all right. That is going to do more than 500,000 pay-per-views next time round, and it was about $70, $80 in America. Now, as a result of that,
that's going to do
that. They're going to fight. If Tyson Fury was to win, which I believe he will, there's going to be a rematch clause, because there's always a rematch clause. So they're going to probably fight twice this year, and that's it between them two. And AJ's going to have to wait again.
Not really, because if Deontay was to win the rematch and make it 1-1, you have to have a fourth fight. You can't leave it at 1-1, can you?
I think if the numbers deliver, then yes.
The numbers
should deliver.
The numbers will deliver.
The numbers should deliver, because they are, at this moment in time, hot. They're hot property, and AJ isn't. We know that AJ isn't, because momentum is with them.
Do you know what? In fairness to them as well, they're kind of the two that, obviously AJ was carrying the torch in the UK, but they're kind of two that have lit the fuse in terms of the heavyweight division being something of interest again after the fight.
Yeah, it's a shame. There's only about 4 or 5 of them. I wish there was more. Then, it's not really the best era, but it is a very popular era. It is very popular again as a result of you've got these amazing warriors in the heavyweight division. It'll just be interesting to see how it folds. I believe the AJ fight will be signed this week sometime. It should be signed. Big Baby's will pocket around $7 million, so that's about 5 million quid, which isn't bad. That was what Dillian was gonna get, or was offered, sorry, I beg your pardon, but Dillian obviously knows his value. He should be getting at least 10 basic. That's why the fight didn't materialize.
Where do you think there's more interest? Do you think there would be more interest in the Dillian fight or this fight? I know why AJ's doing this fight.
AJ's doing it because I think he's doing it
He's got
financially,
but
more than anything else.
But
and he's going to make his US debut.
But where do you think? What do you think the people here wanted to see? I know you ranked the fighters and stuff in terms of what. But what do you think people here wanted to see? I don't think people bother. I don't think many people here know who Miller is until his name popped up recently.
Obviously, AJ would be the big draw, and it would be interesting to see how many people he could get on his own, especially when the opposition is not known. Now, as a UK fan, and I always thought that Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing were going to make boxers around the world come to the UK to fight their champion. It's a shame that they've moved away from that, and I think there are reasons behind that. I think the contract with Eddie Hearn and Sky Box Office will be coming to an end in a couple of years' time. It'll be interesting to see whether the zone enter the UK market, and if they do, Sky Sports Box Office will have to offer a streaming service. They will have to make the pay bigger, and then they'll have to try and go global. They'll probably sign with Frank Warren, but the problem is Sky Sports are not an entity within boxing. They've signed a contract with a promoter who's got some of the best fighters in the world, but if that promoter goes to the zone, who have deep pockets, the zone call the shots. The zone are looking to call the shots. The only person who can compete with that is Al Heyman. Is literally Al Heyman, because he's got the best. So he's got a lot of good fighters, a lot of world champions. Right then, so that is boxing, and also just to let you know, we have got KSH Fark, a matchroom boxer, who will be live in our studios next month as well. So that is. So those of you that love boxing, he will be with us next month as well.
Those of you that love fighting have a couple of interesting
He's
weeks.
a tremendous fighter. Right then, so we'll be right back after these ads and news. That's a tune, this.
Radio Sangam app and listen anywhere, or go onto our website at radiosangam.co.uk. Radio Sangam, in association with Haji Jewellers, 68 Hotwood Lane, Halifax, HX1 4DG. Providers of gold and silver jewellery for all occasions. Call Halifax 01422 342 553. On the hour, every hour. This is Radio Sangam, national and international news.
Nine News Centre at 9. Norfolk Police says Prince Philip has voluntarily surrendered his licence to officers following a car crash last month. 2 women were injured in the collision near to the Sandringham estate. Royal commentator Alistair Bruce says it will have been a difficult decision to give up driving, but he thinks he'll cope.
Anybody as enthusiastic for life as the Duke of Edinburgh is will feel a great reduction in freedom. But this is a sensible move taken by a man who faced the dangers of the Second World War, and he'll deal with this.
Police have been given an extra 24 hours to question a man arrested after Hull student Livy Squire went missing more than a week ago. The Humberside Force now has until 9 o'clock tomorrow night to speak to the 24-year-old. A French Yellow Vest protester's hand has been ripped apart during violent clashes in Paris. Police said they lost 4 fingers as demonstrators tried to storm the French National Assembly. It's the 13th consecutive week of unrest in the French capital, where officers used batons and fired tear gas to disperse crowds. In sport, Liverpool have returned to the top of the Premier League with a 3-0 win over Bournemouth. Cardiff scored a late winner to beat fellow strugglers Southampton 2-1. Both sides paid tribute to Emiliano Sala ahead of kick-off with a minute's silence. Cardiff manager Neil Warnock's pleased they finished the match on a positive note.
It all went quiet for me. I was sort of oblivious to all the noise when the winner went in. It was just one of those times to have a think, really. And I think, like I say, I think we did Emiliano proud today, for remembering him, and that's a pleasing thing for me as well.
Rangers and Kilmarnock will need a replay after their Scottish Cup 5th round tie finished 0-0. And Wales have made it back-to-back wins in Rugby Union's Six Nations with a 26-15 victory over Italy in Rome. Champions Ireland bounced back from their defeat to England with a 22-13 triumph over Scotland at Murrayfield. That's the latest. I'm Amelia Cox.
Broadcasting to Huddersfield, Dewsbury, Batley, Birstall, Cleckheaton, Brickhouse, Elland, Halifax and beyond. This is your one and only Asian radio station, Radio Sangam, 107.9 FM.
Fast Track Solutions, supporting communities around the globe.
Yummy's 99 Grill and Steakhouse is now open. Try our Congo beef burger. Can you handle our Burj Khalifa burger? Or do you prefer a beef chuck steak? We also do salads, pizzas, grilled platters, ribs, or if it's just a simple milkshake you're after, it's all available, including a menu for our little lions. We're open now, Monday to Thursdays 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Fridays to Sundays 11 a.m. to midnight. Why don't you call us on 01924 472 500 or pop in at 365 to 367 Bradford Road, Batley. Home delivery is available, and for a limited time we have 30% off every order to celebrate our grand opening. Yummy's 99. It's simply yummy.
हैलीफैक्स जैसे खूबसूरत से शहर में हैलीफैक्स की जान बाबर खान रेस्टोरेंट पहली बार हैलीफैक्स में इंट्रोड्यूस करवाते हैं तवा बाबर खान रेस्टोरेंट स्पेशल तवा फ्रॉम ओनली $9.99 per person जिसमें शामिल है लैम्ब चॉप्स चिकन टिक्का चिकन विंग्स सीख कबाब फिश पकोड़ा चिप्स राइस आपकी पसंद की कोई सी भी 2 करीज नान रोटी एंड फुल सैलड बार
Babar Khan Restaurant lunchtime buffet from $6.99 Monday to Friday 12 till 3 p.m. Evening buffet $11.99 7 days a week 5 till 10 p.m. Opening times every day 12 till 10 p.m. A la carte menu also available. Free parking for over 200 cars. Babar Khan Restaurant available for a variety of occasions from small weddings, tea parties to large birthdays.
Address 4 Bowling Mill Courtyard, Deanclough Mills, Halifax, HX35AX. Telephone 01422 266 266. Babar Khan.
Have you had an accident driving your taxi? Has your income been affected? Need to get back on the road fast? Then contact Fast Track Solutions Limited, who are credit hire vehicle specialists. Fast Track Solutions will provide you with a plated taxi and make sure that you're back on the road fast. If you refer a friend who has been affected, then you could be entitled to up to £3,000 in a referral fee. We also deal in non-taxi vehicle hire. Refer a friend for a non-taxi hire and you could be entitled to a £1,000 referral fee.
We guarantee to repair your vehicle within 4 weeks, subject to terms and conditions.
Contact Haji Shkil anytime on 07977317760 or visit Fast Track Solutions Limited at 5 Huddersfield Road, Liversedge, West Yorkshire, WF15 7EN. Don't forget the number 07977317760.
क्या
आप समझते हैं कि आप में भी रेडियो प्रेजेंटर बनने की सलाहियत मौजूद है? क्या आप भी अपनी आवाज लोगों के दिलों तक पहुंचाना चाहते हैं? और क्या आप भी रेडियो संगम का हिस्सा बनना चाहते हैं? तो सुनिए जनाब, रेडियो संगम is recruiting talented presenters. If you think you have the qualities, then contact Radio Sangam on 01484 549947, mobile 07946 443797. Training will be provided. Kebabish Original, the thrill of the grill. The one and only restaurant in Huddersfield providing you the best charcoal grill with the real barbecue flavor. Iske ilawa special curry dishes, nihari, pie, kurela gosht, chili special paneer, murg musalam, chaap masala और बहुत कुछ. Kebabish Original, delicious desserts and cakes, healthy food, everything cooked fresh to order in front of you in a sizzling open kitchen. 5-star rated and HMC approved. And now with huge refurbished sitting area, fast and professional service. Have your birthdays, parties and anniversaries with us. Kebabish Original.
11 John William Street, Huddersfield, HD1 1BR. Telephone 01484 420 421 or 535 534. Open 11:30 a.m. till late. Weekends open till 5 a.m. Kebabish Original.
क्या आपका अपनी टैक्सी चलाते हुए कोई एक्सीडेंट हुआ है? क्या आपकी आमदन उससे मुतासर हुई है? क्या आप दोबारा जल्द अज जल्द अपने रोजगार पर वापस जाना चाहते हैं? तो आप आज ही फास्ट ट्रैक सॉल्यूशन लिमिटेड से राब्ता कायम करें। वो आपके लिए क्रेडिट पर गाड़ी हायर करते हैं, वो आपको प्लेटेड टैक्सी फराहम करते हैं ताकि आप जल्द अज जल्द रोड पर वापस आ सकें। अगर आप किसी दोस्त को रेफर करते हैं तो आपके लिए 3000 रेफरल फीस अदा करते हैं। वो प्राइवेट गाड़ी भी हायर करते हैं। प्राइवेट गाड़ी के रेफरल के लिए 1000 तक अदा करते हैं। आज ही राब्ता कीजिए हाजी शकील के साथ 07977317760 और विजिट फास्ट ट्रैक सॉल्यूशन लिमिटेड 5 हडर्सफील्ड रोड, लेवरसेड, वेस्ट यॉर्कशायर, WF15 7EN। नंबर मत भूलिएगा 07977317760।
Fast Track Solutions. We guarantee to repair your vehicle within 4 weeks, subject to terms and conditions.
हाँ भाई बच्चों, कल का सबक याद है? हाँ जी याद है। चलो सुनाओ फिर। सोना चाहिए? हाँ जी चाहिए। चांदी चाहिए? हाँ जी चाहिए। कहाँ से लोगे? हाँ जी जूलर्स। फिर से बोलो। हाँ जी जूलर्स। चूड़ी, कंगन, झुमर, बिंदिया, छल्ला, पायल, हार, पंजा, जल्दी बताओ कहाँ से लोगे? हाँ जी जूलर्स। हाँ जी जूलर्स।
हाजी साहब केड़ी ऑफर लाईया वहाँ सानू भी तो दसो।
तो फिर सुनिए हाजी जूलर्स की स्पेशल ऑफर्स। यहाँ पर हाथ से बनी हुई चूड़ियों की बनवाई बिल्कुल मुफ्त है और शादी के जेवरात की बनवाई आधी कीमत में और चांदी के कोके की कीमत 50 पैसे से शुरू।
Haji Jewellers, open Monday to Saturday, half 11 to half 6, 68 Hopwood Lane, Halifax, HX1 4DG. Telephone number 01422342553. Get down there for some great bargains.
A wedding is a unique occasion, which is why at Owen Scott Bespoke, our skilled tailors will create exceptional bespoke suits for every guest. At Owen Scott Bespoke Tailors, we only use the finest high-end cloths to hand-make our bespoke suits, which is why we're already trusted by sports and media stars like Amir Khan and Conor McGregor. At Owen Scott Bespoke Tailors, you'll also discover handmade shoes and shirts to complement your outfit perfectly. Discover more at owenscott.co.uk. Bespoke English tailoring at its best.
फर्रुख उम्र की मुबारक हो यार। उमर बता रहा था बहुत जबरदस्त किस्म का पैकेज मिला था।
हाँ यार, बुखारी ट्रैवल ओल्डम की मुनासिब कीमतें, बेहतरीन सहूलतों ने उम्र का सफर आसान बना दिया।
यार मैं भी दिसंबर या ईस्टर में जाना चाहता हूँ।
बुखारी ट्रैवल के उम्र पैकेजेस से फायदा उठाओ। दिसंबर पैकेजेस फ्रॉम £999 per person, January from £850 per person, February from £975 per person और ईस्टर पैकेज £1099 per person. All packages include flight, होटल, वीजा, ट्रांसपोर्ट और ज़ियारतें भी।
ओए ये तो वाकई बहुत उम्दा ऑफर्स हैं। अभी बुकिंग करवाता हूँ।
For more info and tailor-made packages, contact Bukhari Travel Oldham, 139 Lee Street, Oldham, OL8 1EJ. Call 01618702524 or 0786 600 2222.
Have you had an accident driving your taxi? Has your income been affected? Need to get back on the road fast? Then contact Fast Track Solutions Limited, who are credit hire vehicle specialists. Fast Track Solutions will provide you with a plated taxi and make sure that you're back on the road fast. If you refer a friend who has been affected, then you could be entitled to up to £3,000 in a referral fee. We also deal in non-taxi vehicle hire. Refer a friend for a non-taxi hire and you could be entitled to a £1,000 referral fee.
We guarantee to repair your vehicle within 4 weeks, subject to terms and conditions.
Contact Haji Shakil anytime on 07977317760 or visit Fast Track Solutions Limited at 5 Huddersfield Road, Liversedge, West Yorkshire, WF15 7EN. Don't forget the number 07977317760.
सब्जियां ते दाला खा खा के मेरा रंग भी सावा हो गया अल्लाह दी ये बंदिए कदी गोश्त या चिकन भी पका लिया कर
ते आजकल महंगाई बहुत होगी अफोर्ड ही नहीं कर सकते हैं तो दूजा तो साफ सुथरा गोश्त मिलता ही कितों है
क्यों नहीं मिलता साफ सुथरा हलाल ते सस्ता
अच्छा ओ कौन ने
ओ ने हाजी सोबत मीट एंड चिकन एल लीफलेट पढ़ ओ की बेचदे ने ते केड़े भाव बेचदे ने
सोबत मीट डिपार्टमेंट इनसाइड खादिम स्टोर ब्लैकर रोड बर्कबी लैम्ब चॉप 699 sheep neck 299 3 small chicken 699 3 medium chicken 999 free range chicken also available every Wednesday masala fish 699 codfish 799 pie 350 liver murgus quail beef desi hen also available wow cheti nal jao te leke bhi aao
ए भड़कीमा ते हुन विच कोई करेली भी पाई Haji Sobot Meat and Chicken inside Khadam Super Save 1 Blacker Road Berkeley Huddersfield open Monday to Saturday 9 till 7 and Sunday 10 till 6 approved by HMC 100% halal.
Please note our telephone number 01484 456 257. That's 01484 456 257.
Oh. Don't. No. It's fine. It's time.
Are we going straight into football or doing the cricket?
Just go cricket quickly.
That's you that's doing it, that's what I'm asking you.
And that was B21 Chandigarh Ashiki. Welcome back to the sports show with your hosts Haneef and Wajid. Right then, quickly. So, last time I checked, England were 120 for 4. Burns, Jennings, Denley and Root all out. And now it's up to the middle order to try and steady the ship and take England home to set a high score, hopefully, in the West Indies, which has not happened so far, but we're hoping for the best.
Well, it can only be better than it was last time.
And what is it at the moment?
It's actually 197 for 4.
197 for 4. England are doing really well.
But Butler's made 44 and Stokes is knocked out on 53. Sorry.
So as I said, they are steadying the ship. Don't worry, England fans. Let's hope we can get to 300 and not get out. Right then. So Afghanistan are playing Ireland. They're playing 3 2020s, starting on the 21st of Feb, followed by 5 ODIs and 1 test. And then starting this Thursday, live on the Pakistani TV stations.
It's on Hum TV.
Hum TV, that's what it's called.
Sorry.
I thought it was PTV. I'm about to say PTV.
It's on Hum Masala, and I don't know what the other station is, but there's two. There's two that's showing it.
Okay. Hum Masala starting Thursday. We have got the PSL. It's back again. Islamabad United, Karachi Kings, Lahore Qalandars, Multan Sultans, Peshawar Zalmi, and the Gladiators from Quetta. There will be 30 league games. There will be a 4-match playoff phase. The first 26 games are in the UAE. The 3 playoff games will be in Lahore in the Gaddafi Stadium, and the final will be in Karachi. Wajid, do you want to pick a team? Pick a team. Pick a team.
I'll go with Lahore Qalandar because it's like, I think that's the closest place I live back home.
Okay, I am going to go for the Karachi Kings because they are the kings of Karachi. Right then.
So if basically first game's on Valentine's Day, so I'm sure our lovely couples out there, if you got nothing else planned, why not watch the cricket?
Definitely. And if you would like to send us any lovely messages, 07444 202 155. If you do want to send some flowers in for the sports show, please do so. Go on radiosangam.co.uk, get the address and send them in.
And if you just want to call us in and show us some love, that number is 01484 817705. And today, one time only, we're on YouTube today. We're not on Facebook Live today.
Yeah, YouTube. Boop boop. We love you, YouTube.
We're moving up. Moving up.
Right then. Okay, so Saturday morning. Not Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon. Premier League. The strugglers Fulham, just above Huddersfield, versus Manchester United. Wajid, how did they fare?
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's men, riding off the back of 9 wins in 10 games, 9 wins and a draw in that run. Ole Solskjaer has the most points ever recorded by a manager for his first 8 games in charge in Premier League history on 22. If they won today, they would temporarily go to 4th place in the Premier League, which is remarkable, seeing as he took them from 11 points back. Excuse me. And as you said, they were playing Fulham. Fulham needed a win today. They really did. I mean, the 19th, they're struggling, and as of before this game started, they were 7 points from safety. So how did the game go? Fulham had early chances. Let's be. It was an open first 10 minutes where Vieto had a massive chance at the back post. Schürrle's floated the ball across. He's open, he's free, he has the goal at his mercy. He only has to beat De Gea, and he smashed it wide. Then 2 minutes later, Alexander Mitrovic had a chance, centre of the goal. Yes, he was under pressure by Ander Herrera, but again,
yeah, that is a fair battle, isn't it?
Yeah, but have you seen the size of Alexander Mitrovic?
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I meant for Ander Herrera.
Yeah, of course.
Where was Phil Jones?
God, yeah. Well, do not get me started on that.
We'll come back to Phil Jones in a moment, but carry on. Sorry.
And they were punished 14 minutes in. They've lost the ball on the edge of the area. Good work by Ander Herrera on the edge. He's passed the ball into Martial. Martial, one touch. He's found Pogba. Pogba looked up, one touch again, and he smashed it in with his left foot near side. The keeper gambled, thinking Pogba was going to pull the ball across for Lukaku, who was open in the middle, but instead he smashed it near side, and Manchester United were 1-0 up after 15 minutes. And then on the 23rd minute, this is all to do with Martial. Herrera's played a quick ball after winning the ball in the middle of the park from Mitrovic, and Martial's run the best part of 60 yards. Were the tackles awful? Absolutely. Both Fulham's right back and centre back should have done so much better. If you don't win the ball, you take him out. But Odoi and Lamarchand, They had a shocking game.
Was that because Martial was stronger and quicker? Because I saw that, and I give credit to Martial because I believe he would have gone down a couple of years ago.
No, but let's take Le Marchand's challenge, right? He's gone in one with his wrong foot. Instead of trying to tackle with his right foot, he's sidestepped and going with his left, and it was so weak. Like, it was asking for Martial just to. He literally opened the door for Martial, and because he was so out of place, Martial is gone. But
he still had to do a bit of work to get there.
No, he did. But in that position, like, Odoi had a chance to take him down. Le Marchand had a chance to take him down. You know, if this guy goes through, he's probably Manchester United's most clinical finisher.
Yes, at this moment in time.
Right. So, you know, if this man is through 1-on-1, it is highly likely he's going to score. And after that mazy run, he slotted it into the far post outside Sergio, just beyond Sergio Rico's hands. It was 2-0 United, and after that the game really was over. United came out in the second half. They were in complete and utter control. They could have made it 3 or 4 or 5 if they wanted, but however, it was a shocking challenge. Like, Fulham's back four today were just, they were all over the park. They were awful.
I think they're worse than Huddersfield's backline.
I know. Oh, Joe, the scary thing is, Joe, when they hold the ball and when they play the ball about, they look like a decent side, but because they're so disjointed and disorientated at the back, it's just really, really, really bad. But yeah, Mata was taken down by Le Marchand, who had a terrific game, and Pogba with his patented stuttered run up slotted it in the bottom right hand corner just outside Sergio Rico. He went the right way, but it was 3-0 and United did have chances later on. Alexis Sanchez probably missing the most gilt-edged chance of the match after the 3 goals, where he was 1-on-1. And I mean, Fulham could have stolen one back right at the very end, but Phil Jones, who, as my colleague said, we will get onto, has lost Mitrovic, and Mitrovic has placed the ball wide. It was one of those days for Fulham. For however bad Fulham were, Manchester United were better. If I'm honest, I thought Fulham might take something from this game, because United made 6 changes to the side with one eye on PSG, but the red machine keeps rolling on. That's 10 in 11, and Manchester United for the first time this season are in the top 4, which from where they were is a remarkable achievement.
Yeah, congratulations to Man United. I've been their biggest critic since September, as a result of the performances or lack of performances, and for someone to come in to do the job he's done is remarkable, especially with that defence. So congratulations, 3 goals, 3 points. We move on to Tuesday night, PSG. Let's see what happens. Now, for all of you that are thinking, why are these two silly human beings laughing when they're mentioning Phil Jones, is because Manchester United have confirmed contract talks, and there is a contract extension for the legend, the one and only, the best centre-back in Manchester United, Phil Jones, till 2023. Wajid, what are your thoughts and feelings about this?
Whoever Phil Jones' agent is should be doing the Brexit deal.
Why?
Because that man has negotiated something incredible. This man is going to get paid the best part of £150,000 a week on a brand new extension, when he is, out of the 5 centre backs including Rojo, he is the worst centre back out of all of them. Unfortunately, I believe this is Mike Phelan, who is United's assistant coach, and Michael Carrick are too close to players like Phil Jones and Chris Smalling and Luke Shaw, and because they've been shared the dressing room with them for a sustained period of time, right? Like, Phil Jones was signed by Alex Ferguson while Mickey Phelan was his second. He's seen he's seen him play, he's seen him grow up, he's watched him develop, and I believe they have managed to cloud the judgment, which has allowed Phil Jones to get an extension. I wouldn't have given him the extension. He'd have been one of the very top of my list for the summer to be cut. He is not Manchester United level.
Okay. What was he like today against Fulham? What would you give him out of 10?
But I wouldn't. I'd give him a 7. But we're not talking the greatest opposition like Fulham.
No, I understand that. But did you get the basics right?
Not really, because, especially at the start of the game where United was 6s and 7s at the back, it was Phil Jones that was out of position most of the time. And as I said, Mitrovic should have scored in the last few minutes of the game, where Phil Jones has been completely lost him. He's not good enough. I understand. So Lindelof had a knock, which I understand rested for Tuesday's game, which completely understandable. But you have Eric Bailly on the bench.
Maybe that was for Tuesday night.
Maybe, but what about Marcus Rojo?
I don't know what's going on with Rojo. He's not
I.
got much game time. I thought he would have got more game time. It does surprise me that Rojo has not been given more of a role within the Manchester United team.
I just want to give a shout out to a very good friend of mine, Labib Chaudhry, down in London. Thank you very much for the show, and thank you very much for listening.
Labib, big up, Labib.
Big up. He's a big Arsenal fan, and he's been giving me a lot of stick while United.
I'll get back to you on Arsenal. Don't you worry. I'll get back to you. We'll see how good you are.
Thank you very much for the message, lad. Thank you very much.
In terms of Phil Jones, I don't really know what to say. I thought it was an early, an early Christmas present or it was an early, what's it called? April. It was an early April Fools to a certain degree when I saw that, but when I saw it on multiple media outlets, on their websites, I could not believe that Manchester United extended the contract of Phil Jones, because Manchester United are currently being linked with Koulibaly. Who do you let go of? You're not going to be, 4 centre-backs are enough. Who are you going to sell in the market? It is going to probably be Rojo, but you're going to have 4 centre-backs. Phil Jones this morning are probably happy to sit on the bench.
I have a feeling that the extensions for Chris Smalling and Phil Jones are a cost-cutting measure sort of thing, so they don't have to go out to market for a premier centre-back.
But we all know Manchester United, that's where they need to improve.
The problem is that because Ole Solskjaer has come out and said the team only needs to give an extra 1-2% to be at the level of City and Liverpool, I genuinely believe that the board think that they can save money here by not going out for a centre-back.
That's just crazy. That's my opinion. I'm sure a lot of Manchester United fans, and I know a few Manchester United fans, that they think that Phil Jones is a good squad player. Yeah, I could see that, I guess, but he'd only be there if you've got 2 major injuries. And he is my number. I would possibly even put him behind Rojo, but the one thing that surprises me is I don't know what his best position is. Is he a CDM, centre-back? I don't think we've ever discovered what his best position is. I don't think Manchester United have, neither of England. He had that 1 year where he played well as a centre-back, but then since then I just don't think he's good enough. But Manchester United think so, and he will be a Manchester United player until 2023. So congratulations to him.
Yeah, fair play.
Fair play.
Let's quickly run down the rest of the results.
Yeah, so Palace versus West Ham, it was 1-1.
Zaha with a late equaliser after a Mark Noble penalty.
Yeah, so that was, Palace should have really won that game. They were all over West Ham.
Our lovely town, who will be enjoying Championship football next season, they managed to score today, albeit with the help of Arsenal. It was 2-1 Arsenal, and all 3 goals were scored by Arsenal players, so we are so bad that we need other players to score for us. It will be and Lacazette with the goals for Arsenal, and it was a late Kolasinac.
The first goal was a joke. I can't even believe it. They take a quick free kick. Huddersfield was sleeping. and then Kalajnak flew down the wing like the Emirates airline, and then crossed it in far post for Iwobi to finish with a very weak lobby. Should have been stopped really, but hey ho. And then 25th minute, there was some controversy. A punch-and shot from 20 yards was blocked by Koscielny's hand. The referee had his whistle in his mouth, but obviously you're not going to give a pen to the Terriers, so that didn't materialise. Maitland-Niles were one of their best wing backs, was a centre mid. Overlapping runs, puts in a low cross for the unmarked Lacazette Express with a close range finish. And then at the end, Town scored their first goal since January the 2nd, as Depotre went close with a shot cleared by Arsenal's mountain at the back, Monreal. Off the line, then Diakby. Is that how you say his name?
Diakabi.
Oh, okay. Diakabi, chipping over Leno, put through by Moy. Whenever Moyes plays, something happens. Monreal and Kalajnak tried to clear it, but it resulted in the ball going to the back of the net. Fair play. Huddersfield Town, they put a lot of effort in.
Yeah,
they huffed and puffed, but the quality's not there up front.
It's the same as Fulham, though, isn't it? You can have puff.
Yeah, you have to score.
And
you have to win
score.
your home games.
And both these teams aren't good enough. No. And both these teams will be enjoying Championship football next season.
Definitely. So then we get to the game at Anfield.
Liverpool versus Bournemouth. It was comfortable for Liverpool.
I know. I thought Bournemouth. It's just.
Bournemouth don't travel well. They've lost their last 7 away games.
No, they don't travel well at all.
And it was comfortable. Sadio Mane, Gigi Wijnaldum, and that boy Mohamed Salah, who had a very, very. It was a picture moment where he was through on goal early in the game and he's completely fluffed his lines, something you don't see, but he made up for it later on by slotting the ball in the back of the net from lovely work by Bobby Firmino. So Liverpool go back to the top of the Premier League, and we now move down south to the bottom of the country, Southampton, Cardiff, with what was a highly emotional game for the Blues after the tragic loss of Emiliano Sala. Our thoughts and prayers go out to his family. For people who didn't hear the news earlier in the week, his body was recovered from the plane that was found, and they are still looking for the pilot. So, as I said, the Radio Sangam team and us at the Sports Show send our condolences to
both of their families.
Of course, to the families, friends, and anyone affected. It's just a massive tragedy. But I will pass over to my colleague who will dissect the emotionally charged game down at St Mary's.
The game at Southampton was emotional, and the Cardiff City fans brought their Argentinian scarves, waving them throughout the game. Cardiff's Zohore scores late to end Southampton's unbeaten run. Cardiff took a lead. Saints got one back in the 91st minute. Sol Bamba scored the initial goal for the Blues on the 69th minute by beating Alex McCarthy from close range. Sol Bamba had a fantastic game. He was solid today. And then Saints got one back, but then Zohore pops up late, and in the 93rd minute slots it home. Cardiff are now back-to-back winners in the top flight. The worrying thing for the Saints is they've already picked up 2 points against the other struggling teams such as Palace, Burnley and Cardiff, and a lovely trip to the Arsenal awaits on the 24th of Feb because it's FA Cup weekend. So the Saints are on 24 points. I believe they're in the relegation zone as a result of goal difference, and it will be interesting to see. I think the Saints have more quality than Cardiff to stay up, but Cardiff are fighting. We know what Neil Warnock is like, and it was an emotional game, but Cardiff got 3 points for Emiliano Sala and his family, so good luck to them, and I hope and pray that the families do eventually find peace as a result of this loss that we've had in the footballing world. Yeah, it's just hard to sum up, but it does bring us all together in the footballing world. So good luck to them, and I hope they carry on winning.
And just thank you for that. And just quickly to run down the rest of the results. So Marco Silva made his return to Watford in a 1-0 loss. Andre Gray with the winner there. And in the evening kickoff, Brighton against Burnley.
There was so much controversy. Brighton should have had a penalty at least.
It did finish Burnley 3, Brighton 1. Woods with 2, Barnes with 1 before Duffy clawed 1 back for Brighton. But as my colleague said, it was poor decisions all around.
You know what? Obviously VAR's coming in next season, but it's games like that where the referee needs help, even though the referee was right in front of the action. It worries me because Wajid, the ball was chested by the Burnley midfielder. I've totally forgotten his name, and what he did was he put his arms out and it touched his arms. So obviously he used his arm to control it, and the referee just waved it away.
It's funny that you mentioned VAR because the Madrid derby was on today, and VAR was used in 2 big events. One was for Antoine Griezmann's equaliser, where initially he was ruled out for offside. They went to VAR. They saw he was onside. The game was stopped for about a minute, but the right decision was given, and he scored. It's gone to 1-1. Then Real Madrid had a penalty just before halftime, where Vinicius Junior was taken out by Jimenez. The plays carried on. The ref has then gone back to the VAR, consulted VAR, and has rightly given a penalty. It is being implemented so well in Spain. Yes, there has been errors from some of the games I've caught this season, but 1 to 2 minutes in stoppage, they check the decision moves on. Was it so hard not to be brought in this year? Was it so hard?
I think the problem is, Wajid, is, as we know, there's nothing wrong with VAR. It's how you use it and implement it. The problem is one, the pressure. I can see our officials making so many mistakes by using VAR. I just can. And I'm not going to be surprised. Then you're going to see so many officials giving a lot more red cards because they're going to be picking up on a lot of things as a result of VAR. So it won't go to a committee during the week. It won't, it will have an impact on the game. I just think we are preparing for it, but we possibly don't have enough time to prepare for it. I think we are going to learn from our mistakes as we go along.
Unfortunately, this is a discussion that we've had on this show
too many times.
Many times. I think we'll just leave it there. I just want to bring that up because
so it works.
I was watching the Madrid derby.
So you said it was a minute,
possibly 2 minutes top.
That's good. That's good. Because then
they are big decisions as well.
Especially in the Madrid derby. What did it end?
3-1 Real.
3-1 Real. Bale score?
He did indeed. He scored. He scored. He came off the bench and scored the third, and gave a token gesture, shall we say, to the Atletico Madrid fans, which I think La Liga officials. Will be taking a closer look at that.
That'll be interesting. Right then.
We'll just quickly go over the table because
tomorrow's game quickly. Predictions: Spurs versus Leicester.
I'm going 1-1.
1-1. City Chelsea.
2-1 City.
Wolves versus Newcastle on Monday.
3-1 Wolves.
Right. Spurs Leicester. Spurs win 2-0. City versus Chelsea. 3-0 City. Wolves versus Newcastle. Come on, Benitez. 1-0 Newcastle.
And finally, we'll quickly go through the table. So with that win today, Liverpool go back to the top of the Premier League on 65 points. So you have City in second on 62. Tottenham, who will play tomorrow, are in third with 57. Then Manchester United, as I said earlier, for the first time this season, are in the top 4 on 51. Then you have Chelsea on 50, but they can go back to 4th if they get a draw or get a win at the Etihad tomorrow. I don't see it happening, but stranger things have happened.
A lot of Scousers will be Chelsea fans.
A lot of Scousers will be Chelsea fans tomorrow.
Maybe Tottenham fans as well.
And then you have Arsenal on 50, and then that's Premier League A. That's the top 6 in Premier League A. And moving to Premier League B, you've got Wolves on 38, Watford on 37, Everton 33, West Ham rounding out the top 10 also on 33. Then you have Bournemouth in 11th on 33, Leicester on 32.
That's Premier League B. Now going to Premier League C.
Now Premier League C, which is still incredibly between 18th and 13th. It could be any of them. It really could.
Do you think it's? I think Leicester are safe, and I think it's from Palace.
No, that's what I meant. From 18th
okay.
to 18th to Palace in 13th. That's what I meant. From
Right,
18th to 13th.
Okay.
So with that, Palace are 13th on 27, Brighton 14th on 27, Burnley 15th on 27. Then you have Cardiff with today's win on 25. Newcastle who play on Monday on 24. Southampton who lost today and now slipped into the relegation zone because of the rest of the results on 24. Then you have, in my eyes, and I reckon most people's eyes, the two teams that will be going down this season. Fulham on 17 and Huddersfield at the bottom of the table on 11.
Yep. Championship, here we come.
And the reason we've finished the Premier League segment a bit quicker than normal is because there is a small matter of fact of Europe, the biggest prize in Europe, starting again after the winter break. The UEFA Champions League is back on Tuesday. So we're in the round of 16 and there are some incredible ties. But when you get to the last 16 of the Champions League, they're never bad ties. Let's be perfectly honest.
It's like what the World Cup should be. To a certain
It
degree.
really is. But let's I'll quickly go through the 16 teams and the matchup before we focus on Tuesday's and Wednesday's game. So you have Roma versus Porto, Manchester United versus PSG, Tottenham versus Dortmund, Ajax versus Real Madrid, Lyon versus Barcelona, Liverpool Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid versus Juventus, and Schalke versus Manchester City.
Just to let everyone know, the first 4 set of fixtures will be played this coming week, and then the second set of fixtures will be played next week. So we're concentrating on Man United and PSG and Tottenham and Dortmund. That's who we're concentrating on.
And next week we will focus on Liverpool and Man City.
Definitely. It seems Man City have got the toughest game, but we'll get to them.
Man City got the toughest game. I don't
Yeah.
think so. Schalke. I don't think so.
What are you trying to say? Okay, so it is Manchester United versus Paris Saint-Germain.
If you were to ask any United fan in December what the outcome would have been, you would have been thinking 6-7, 8-0 over two legs by PSG. But with the goodwill, the confidence that's flowing through this United side that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has brought, I can really see Manchester United getting a result here. And especially Marco Verratti is out of the first leg, Neymar is out of both legs, and from the looks of it, Edison Cavani also sustained an injury in the last match day, which from the looks of it he's going to be a match day call. But what do you make of it? I think Manchester United have an incredible chance of qualifying, you know.
The momentum behind Manchester United's recent success will get them through this fixture. The board will be looking at the fixture and thinking that if he gets us through this game and gets us to the round of 8, we have to offer him the job. The problem is, looking at it from a neutral, this isn't the game to judge Ole on, because PSG will not be full strength. They just won't be. If there was Neymar, Cavani on the pitch,
and Marco Verratti, I think you cannot underestimate how good Marco Verratti is.
That Manchester United defence would be tested. De Gea would be having a long night in the net. Man United are going to win this game, and I'm going to go by saying Manchester United will win this game 2-0. I think Man United are good enough, maybe 3. I'll go with 3 because PSG are weak. No, I'll stick with 2. PSG are weak at this moment in time. As long as PSG do not score, or Manchester United take a 2-0, at least a 2-0 advantage to PSG, they will win
to the Parc de
fixture.
To the Parc de France.
Yeah, Ollie's not going to defend. He's going to attack.
This is the next 4 to 6 fixtures for Manchester United are massive. So they've got PSG, Chelsea, Liverpool, Southampton, and then PSG again.
They are massive, but if I was a Manchester United, you're a Manchester United fan, you will know what this team is made of. Now, yes, they've got United in the FA Cup. I don't know whether he's going to play a strong side because 6 days later he's got Liverpool in the league. Now that one is massive. That one will have an impact on their top 4 status.
That's also Liverpool's game in hand as well.
That's why it's massive. Liverpool need to come away with a.
They need to win
with a point at least.
Liverpool need to win.
I don't think Liverpool are going to win.
And in fairness, Manchester United do need to win to solidify that top 4 as well and keep the charge. That's going to be an amazing game at Old Trafford. It really is. But yeah, as I said, as you said, and as we've both alluded to, PSG are not at full strength. Neymar, for all his
theatrics,
and for all the people that do give him a hard time, he's one of the best players in the world.
Oh yeah, by far.
Third. Top 5.
Top 3.
Okay, fine. I'll give you a top 3.
I don't actually. I'll put him top. I'll put him on top of the second tier because I don't think anyone touches Ronaldo and Messi still.
This guy he is
phenomenal.
He is the most expensive player in the world at 200 million, but he is such a phenomenal player and he's going to be a massive miss for PSG. Marco Verratti, and I think the loss of Marco Verratti should not be underestimated here. Marco Verratti controls that PSG middle. He is the person at the ball. He breaks up the play, but he's also the person that is always looking forward for that forward pass. He's the linchpin in the middle. He really is that person that connects the middle to the back and the front, and he will be a massive miss for excuse me, for PSG.
Predictions.
I think it's going to be 3-1 United. I see us winning, but I don't see PSG not scoring.
Right, brilliant. And then Wednesday night live at Wembley. It's Tottenham versus Borussia Dortmund, the Bundesliga leaders at this moment in time.
7 points clear. They've only lost 1 game in the league all season, albeit they did get dumped out of the cup midweek by Werder Bremen on penalties. But this is a Tottenham side that is ravaged with injuries, and you're coming up against possibly one, like, I think they're like the 15th most informed team in all of Europe in the top 5 leagues.
I think the problem for Tottenham will be can they get a lead and then able to, I think if they can get in quick, get a 2 or 3 goal lead and then rest their best players for the weekend after, but that's not going to happen because Dortmund are going to attack.
You're right, they need at least a 2-goal lead from Wembley. But PSG can't score. Sorry, not PSG, sorry. Borussia Dortmund cannot score. Borussia Dortmund score, it could be a drumming back in Dortmund at the return leg. Now, Marco Reus is injured, but I believe he will be a game day decision. He is the captain. He is the talisman for Borussia Dortmund. He's been revitalized by playing that central attacking mid position this season, and I don't know. I don't see.
It's going to be an interesting game.
I think Tottenham's injuries are going to catch up with them. Tottenham have been very lucky that they've played lesser sides in this run.
Yeah, the fixtures have fallen for them, and they have been very kind to them.
This is the first massive test, and I think Dortmund win 3-1 in London. I really do.
Wow. I think Spurs win 2-1
Really?
at home, and I think Borussia Dortmund will win away. But it all depends on what happens 2 weeks later. It all depends on whether Harry Kane comes back. He's still injured. Harry Kane's not due to come back until March, I believe.
Harry Kane misses both. According to the injury, he's going to miss both legs.
Right, so...
Which means the line's going to be led by Min Sung, who is a fantastic player. But how much of the workload can he carry? You've got no Dele Alli. You've got no Harry Kane.
Him and Eriksen are going to have to lead that 9. What worries me is you've let a good you've sold a very good midfielder in Dembele and not replaced him.
He wasn't playing. And
he might not be playing, but...
And he wasn't the same Moussa Dembele that you were getting 2-3 years ago.
I still think you need him. Where's Wanyama?
He's injured.
Tottenham are having an Arsenal here, aren't they?
Yeah, they
it's worrying, and this will have an impact on Tottenham's top 4 chances. Let's see who gets injured ultimately. I think Borussia Dortmund will win the return leg at home, but I do believe they will get a goal.
Who do you see going through in the tie?
Dortmund over 2 legs, just because they'll be stronger at home.
And let's quickly cover the other 2 games of this match day. So you have Roma versus Porto.
That's a good game, that.
Roma aren't the same side they were last year, and with Porto, you know what you're getting, which is a solid 4-4-2. They're striking Abubakar. He's having a really good season this season, but Edin Dzeko cannot stop scoring for Roma. But they are struggling. They are struggling in the league.
I think at home Roma will be too strong for Porto. I think it will be 2-1 or 3-1. Porto will score.
Yeah, but going to the, I don't know, man. I think that's another game where Roma do need a 2-goal lead, because in the drag-out, Porto are a different machine.
Yeah, what do you think?
I do reckon Roma win on Tuesday, but I think Porto go through in the tie.
Brilliant. And finally
how
on Wednesday,
about yourself?
Roma win 3-1. Porto will score. Then we've got the might of the Netherlands, Ajax versus the Galacticos, the men in white, Real Madrid.
The current reigning and defending 3-time European champions.
Yeah, manager got sacked after winning it again. Well, he didn't get sacked, he moved because of
Real Madrid are not having a good season this season. That being said, they did, as I mentioned earlier, beat Atletico Madrid in the Madrid derby earlier today. In Scolari, I believe they've found a manager that has settled them and started getting them to play the old sort of attacking, go for the throat Real Madrid style of football. In Vinicius Junior, they've finally found a player that they've found a fantastic young player. This kid is unbelievable to watch. He has the ball on a string.
Could he be the next Neymar?
I think he could be better than Neymar. I genuinely do. Just 2 fantastic feet, skillful. He's quick. He's also powerful. He's very underestimated in how strong he is, and he was facing Diego Godin and Jimenez in the 2 Atletico centre backs who they are as tough as they come. Like Diego Godin is your old fashioned. He's gonna
rough and tough.
He's gonna take you. He's gonna take you. He's gonna take the ball. He's gonna take everyone, and they couldn't get close to him.
No, I think this could be 4s or 5s. Unfortunately, I just don't see what Ajax are going to do. I think if
in De Ligt they've got the winner of the golden ball, which is the best player under 23 playing in the big leagues, and a lot of people want that, but he's going to Barcelona next season. In Frankie de Jong, they've got another very, very talented midfielder. He's of the Eriksen mold, but he'll also be at Barcelona next season, so there's a bit of something.
There is something, but it's not enough. Real Madrid away from home. It's going to be Ajax 1, Real Madrid 3. at least.
I'm going 2-2.
Could be a good game if it's 2-2.
I think Real Madrid are going through in the tie, don't get me wrong, but I like Ajax at home.
I think what we'll do is the 4 fixtures for the 19th to the 20th,
we'll cover next week.
We will cover them next week.
And we'll have a quick and we'll have a roundup of how Tuesday and Wednesday's fixture go. Yeah.
Quickly, what are your thoughts about Martial's new £250,000 a week contract?
You've got to play. Excuse me. You've got to pay the money for the players, and as I said,
£250 a week.
Yeah, but when you've got the problem is that as soon as the Manchester United board give Alexis Sanchez £500,000 a week, you had to pay the rest of the players. None of the players were going to take anything less. When you start giving players that amount of money, you set a precedence.
Okay. Let's hope he becomes a player that we believe he can become.
He's got the talent.
He's got the talent too. It's just I just want to see 15 goals with assists, and I think I would be happy with that if I was a Man United fan. I think 15 goals is fair.
He's got to get 20
in all competitions.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. 15 to 20. I'd say I'm probably I'm a bit more lenient, but 15 to 20 a season with assists, and I think you've had a good season.
I think Manchester United. I think there's one signing that all Manchester United fans are waiting for. That's De Gea, and you've got to throw whatever it takes to keep De Gea.
I would sell Sanchez and just give him $500,000 a week.
Yeah, so would I. He's worth it.
He's the best keeper. He's the best keeper in the world, best shot stopper in the world. So, yeah, that's what they should do. It just depends whether De Gea feels it's time to go back to Spain, and I think he spent a long time at United.
I think if Thibaut Courtois wasn't signed by Real Madrid in the summer, there'd have been a real possibility. Where do you see him going though? Jan Black is in
Barca, Real.
No, because Real are not going to get rid of Thibaut Courtois.
No, I'm just saying where he could end up.
No.
I don't think Thibaut Courtois is having a great season at Real.
No, but what I'm saying, like they've splurged money for Thibaut Courtois, so Thibaut Courtois will be there for at least another season. And Ter Stegen, Barcelona have arguably at this moment in time Germany's number one.
You're making a case, but he'll walk into those teams.
And I don't know.
He'll walk into those.
Jan Oblak is probably the second best keeper in the world, in my opinion.
Okay, I'll put a curveball in there.
But he's never going back to Atletico.
I'll throw a curveball. Juve. Why not?
That's an incredible shout, that.
Juve. I'm saying that purely because they can afford it,
but can they do?
Yeah, I think they can. I think they'll let superstar Koscielny, what's his name? Szczesny go and take De Gea.
That'd be a scary team, that.
Yeah, it's a scary team at the moment. Just want to say congratulations to Paul Scholes. I don't know if he's been unveiled or he will be unveiled. Oldham Athletics new manager, so congratulations to him. The EFL have allowed him to take the position. There were some issues surrounding the position because he is a part owner in Salford Football Club. But the EFL said as long as that is an investment opportunity and this is your club that you will manage, then that should be fine. So it should be okay. So thank you very much, everyone. It's been a great 2 hours yet again. There's a lot to come from us. We are going to be at some sporting events very soon, and we will keep you informed.
Today's top
so thank you very much. Wajid, would you like to say any lovely words before you depart?
Well, no, I think I'm going to be by myself next week, aren't I? Because someone decided to go gallivanting.
Yes, you're going to smash it on your own. It's going to be the Wajid show.
I hope you have a lovely time next weekend.
I will. I'll be back in a fortnight, everyone. Don't worry.
And as my colleague said, we've got a lot of exciting things planned in the next couple of months, so please do stay tuned, and thank you very much as always for listening. I've been Wajid, he's Haneef, this has been The Sports Show, and we will be right back with you guys next week.
Goodbye.
Today.
We got to 50.
association with Haji Jewelers, 68 Hotwood Lane, Halifax, HX1 4DG. Providers of gold and silver jewellery for all occasions. Call Halifax 01422 342 553.
Limited, with over 30 years experience
every hour. This is Radio Sangam, national and international news.
Insurance Brokers Limited. For your personal, home and business, we can cover every eventuality. Find us online at wtj.co.uk or call 01924 87 1111.
Any patch you missed should clear to leave it a mostly dry day.